Hey everybody, welcome back. So today we are building a single dad, 4 daughters apartment. And I know that sounds crazy, but it was something that I wanted to do for quite a while. Mainly an apartment. I've built a single dad, I think 3 daughters house before, and obviously that's pretty easy because you can make the space, but I like the idea of having more daughters in an apartment or more kids in the apartment because you really have to find a way to maximize your space and also figure out how you're gonna get all the concepts, and also I guess how you go about bringing all the styles and everyone's different like aesthetics into the gameplay or build in this case. But anyway, so today I wanted to do basically the backstory on this house is maybe the single dad, he lost his wife or something happened to his wife and now he's with 4 daughters. He has maybe an 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 4-year-old, and maybe even a newborn, and that's what we were going with. And very recently he had to move into an apartment. So the backstory on this is that he was living in a house with his wife before with his kids, and they had a big space, they had a huge backyard, they had a lot of area to play. They really had a great life, but now he's kind of, I don't want to say stuck because that sounds so bad, but he has the responsibility, he's their father, of raising all his daughters and trying to get them through school and trying to deal with all of that stuff, and also with his own health and being happy and stuff. So for the living room specifically, I wanted kind of a masculine theme. He's not really sure how to decorate, he's not really sure what he wants to do, but he's doing it, and he kind of brought all the stuff from his man cave that he had in the house previously to this place because he didn't know what to bring, and he got rid of pretty much most of the stuff, but a lot of the stuff his wife helped buy with him, so it's not that big of a deal. And so his wife helped buy a couple of the things that he has in here, in the living room at least. For the kitchen, I kind of wanted something very basic because I feel like maybe he doesn't really know how to cook. He's kind of never really had to cook. His wife did most of the cooking. He's kind of just doing all these things for the first time and kind of packing lunches, raising the kids, making sure everyone eats, making sure everyone gets what they want, making sure they eat healthy. So he has fruit bowls. He's like, we're going to do this. We're going to eat healthy. He obviously needs a coffee pot because he has 4 daughters. And I mean, I don't have kids, but I can only imagine. So he has 4 daughters. He definitely needs a coffee pot because he is needing to stay awake. So I also wanted to mix, at least in the bottom half of the house, that maybe a lot of his friends still come over or still hang out. So he kind of wants that masculine theme. But in the upper half of the house, he's obviously not ready to move on. Whatever happened between his wife just happened, so he's kind of just focused on raising his kids. So he's not really worried about bringing any people over. He's just worried about his friends and hanging out with his daughters and giving them a good life, making sure they get through school and stuff. So at least for the lower half of the floor, I really wanted to do, sorry, you might hear my dog's collar in the background. Anyway, I really wanted to do a more masculine theme. And then on the upper level, I wanted to do a laundry room, obviously, because I feel like maybe in this apartment, he does have to do a lot of laundry. He gets a ton of things that he has to do. Maybe the girls aren't as clean as he would like. They're not as, they don't do their own laundry. They're obviously still really young. So he has to do a lot of that stuff. So yeah, that's the theme I was going for. Specifically, I kind of wanted him to maybe be the dad that kind of let his girls pick out how they wanted the room decorated. Maybe, I just hear my dog walking around again. Maybe they like purples and he's kind of like, well, y'all can pick out what you want, but you can't make it too crazy. But he kind of gave them free reign. But as I said earlier, he had previously had a house with a backyard. They had a lot of space to play. They had their playground. So now they're stuck in this tiny apartment, at least tiny for their size of family, not tiny as in tiny, but they're stuck in this size apartment. And he really just wants to give them free reign of the space, to ability to play and do whatever they want. And he's really trying to give them that space to be free and have their own ideas and kind of play and, you know, make it kind of the girls' room and let them decorate however they want. And for this specific build, most of the girls are pretty girly, so I didn't put any extra like character like change on it or anything. But in the future, I kind of would like to play around with maybe 4 kids with all kind of different styles, so they have to, the dad or the parent has to all decide what they want to decorate and all of that stuff. But for this specific build, since it was just kind of a build I wanted to do today, and that's what I was feeling like. So yeah, it's always hard picking what I want to go on the walls because I never know. But I thought that looked fine for the girls' room, the kind of little paper chains, I don't know what they're called. But he really wanted to, you know, start fresh, kind of make it his own house. And this is something that for his room, you know, he's never really had to do interior design. He's putting up everything he likes. He also doesn't go into the office anymore. He works from home. So that's one thing, is that he needs a space that, you know, when his daughters are at school, he can use that space. It's big enough. He doesn't feel cramped. But also, and he has a good job. So if for the purposes of this idea, I figured maybe he was like an architect or did like a creative design job, but not really an artist. Like, he's an artist, but he's not like, he doesn't have the art career or anything like that. Like, he's an artist, he's a good artist, but he doesn't actually paint or anything like that. He just kind of does architect and yeah, maybe a few other things, and that's pretty much what he likes to do. And barbecue a lot. That's his thing. So anyway, for the bathroom, I kind of wanted something more modern, something, I think, for his bedroom, kind of a bunch of stuff thrown together. He still does have the newborn baby, so that's one thing that I wanted to, you know, it doesn't need a lot of, the baby didn't need a lot of space at this moment, but eventually maybe they'll have to upsize, or he'll have to put that baby in the girl's room, or figure out how he can do it and kind of maximize his space. So for the crib, I just kind of put it in the corner because I was like, well, you know, the baby's still young, so yeah, once we upsize, then we can put it in the bedroom, and then somehow we can make maybe a playroom on the top floor or something because this space is a little small for his family. But I've built way bigger families in smaller spaces before, at least in my other builds, so I haven't posted them, but eventually I probably will. Yeah, so just kind of, he's throwing all his design together. He thinks that he likes like grays and whites and maybe black colors, but he's not really sure what to design things. Maybe one of his friends is also an interior designer, so it helped him out a little bit, but maybe his interior designer friend's more like a foo-foo designer and really likes to design like very like modern this, modern that, not really comfy for his kids specifically, so he decided to opt out. But they kind of gave him some pointers, and he's kind of trying to follow it to make the kids feel like, you know, everything's okay, everything's gonna be okay. So yeah, and that's his little work from home area, is his little desk in his room. And he wanted the crib in his room so he can really monitor the baby, and that way he doesn't wake up the girl since the baby's still young. And specifically for the backyard, what I wanted was something that, you know, they can hang out at the like little kiddie pool and the kids can have fun, obviously monitored, because I don't know why, but I'm not a parent, but I still get anxious when I see like the barrier right there and it's not a certain height. I'm like, oh my gosh, I think like, what if this was real? This could like be really bad. So good thing this isn't. Anyway, so that's how we did the outside. And then I decided for the bathroom, I kind of wanted sort of I liked the pink at first, but I didn't, once I put it on there, I felt like it just like looked like pink, like threw a ball up in there. So I was just like, I'm not gonna do that. I kind of wanted, you know, 3 girls. I have a sister. I know what it's like to share a bathroom with someone, with specifically a sibling, and I know that some of y'all watching will understand sometimes mess just happens and you don't mean for it to happen. So that was one thing that I really wanted to showcase in here, that maybe the kids are really messy, you know, the dad expects them to clean up, but they're not going to, so they just kind of make a mess around the house, and it's kind of crappy. So yeah, it's kind of lived in, if you can tell. All the clothes. I have a sister. I understand how messy it can get when everyone leaves their stuff out. So yeah, so that's my build. I hope y'all enjoyed it today. I hope y'all are staying safe, and let me know if you'd like to see me build any other apartments or any requests or anything. I'll be posting some more videos here pretty soon since I have a lot of free time right now with this whole situation going on in our world. So yeah, let me know what you would like to see. I'm willing to try anything, even if I'm crappy at it. So I'm not the best builder, if you can tell, but I really do enjoy. I feel like, I enjoy building. So, or if you'd like to see a let's play, I also do some let's plays on my own. So let me know if you'd like to see that. And yeah, so I will talk to y'all later.